Hello everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude here, and I'm here to review The Goonies. So The Goonies is written by Steven Speilberg, who wrote the story for this movie. It's written by Chris Colombus, who wrote the screenplay for this movie, and it is directed by Richard Donner. The film is about a group of these kids that go out on a search to find the pirate's ancient treasure in order for them to save their home from foreclosure. So before I review The Goonies, my guest star, JustinWatchesMovies, is going to review this movie. So Justin, take it away.
Hey you guys! It's JustinWatchesMovies here to review The Goonies. Thank you 22 Tiger Dude for allowing me to be on your channel here to review The Goonies, part of your Halloween special for the month of October. There's not much you can say about The Goonies that hasn't already been said. It's a perfect family fun-filled adventure film that I just love. What I think really works with this film is that you honestly feel like these kids are friends. You have a large group of friends and some of the brother and his friends, but you really feel like they are such close friends. You know, going back and thinking my childhood, I had a lot of friends and we were really close, and I think watching The Goonies also reminds me of when I was younger with my friends and what we used to do, and how The Goonies, they just really felt like they were just friends, and they were sad that one of them had to move, and they went on this adventure and they had the time of their lives. And the way that the characters were shown and the camera movements and the story and everything about that just really spewed off camera that these kids are really good friends. You got really good friends, and then you got an amazing score to go along with it. It's a really fun, upbeat score that accompanies such great scenes. You got the danger scenes with the family, and when they're chasing the Goonies, you got that score that's really tense. You got the fun, upbeat one. You got the happy ones. You have all these different kind of scores in here, and it works so well with each and every scene. This film's a nail biter at times, with them being chased by this family, and so every scene works perfectly. You got fun scenes, you got intense scenes, you got happy scenes with the score, and I just love everything about The Goonies. It's a comedy, it's a suspense film, it's a family fun film. It can be a horror film at times with how scary some scenes are. But overall, The Goonies aims at a large crowd and works perfectly. So 22 Tiger Dude, I'm going to go ahead and give The Goonies an A. Once again, thank you 22 Tiger Dude for allowing me to be on your channel here to discuss The Goonies as part of your Halloween reviews for the month of October. This is JustinWatchesMovies, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you so much, Justin, for reviewing The Goonies. Now, The Goonies, when you hear that Richard Donner directs this movie, followed by Steven Speilberg writing the story for this movie, and Chris Colombus writing the screenplay for this movie, you already have me on board to see The Goonies. And with those talents involved with this movie, there should be some sort of awesomeness going on with this movie. And you know what? That's what it is, in my opinion. I love The Goonies. This is a fantastic adventure that these guys have created. I really love the concept of this movie, of all of these kids going out on a search to go find the treasure, and it's inside this house. So it amazes me how their entire adventure is really inside this house that's filled with all of these like booby traps. Very interesting to see Josh Brolin here. I thought he did a really good job here. Sean Astin, really interesting to see him young here too, because I do like Sean Astin. I thought he did a really good job, and everyone else did a really good job with this movie. This movie is adventurous. It understands adventure. That's thanks to the writers and Richard Donner directing this movie, who does a fantastic job directing this movie. And there are actually a lot of funny moments in this movie too. It blends adventure with comedy so well, and by far the funniest character in this movie is Chunk. The actor's name is, I believe, Jeff Cohen. Yes, it is Jeff Cohen. He portrayed Chunk so well, and he was just a really funny character. And then there's also this interesting monster creature in the movie that I actually thought was really cool and had me laughing too. He may be an ugly looking creature, but you know what? Because of the way he talks and just how he moves as a character. You know, he had a lot of personality to him. Oh yeah, and that kid with those gadgets that he carries around him, yeah, he was awesome too. I freaking love that kid. And I do think the cinematography for the movie looked magnificent. It really helps when you're brought into this adventure on the treasure hunt, and then when the kids have to face these booby traps that happen throughout the movie. You know, it's really exciting. The Goonies gives you the thrills. What I do love about this movie is that these kids actually do feel like real, genuine kids that do cuss from time to time, because let's face it, kids at this age, they actually do cuss. Maybe not in front of their parents or anything, but they do cuss, and I thought the movie handled it well, and they handle it in the way where the cussing actually isn't annoying. They actually do use the cuss words at the right moment. The adventure kept going and going and going until the climax, which I thought was so much fun and just so awesome to watch. Had a big smile on my face, and the movie is so well written, and that's thanks to Steven Speilberg, who has a really creative premise going for this movie. But then you have Chris Colombus, who does a brilliant job writing the dialogue for how the characters interact with each other and for the comedic moments that happen. And his dialogue with Steven Spielberg's story that he came up, it fits so well to go along with Richard Donner's fantastic direction. The thing about this movie is that you have those three talented filmmakers, and it does feel like you're watching all of them at once. Like, there's some scenes where I did feel like I was actually watching a Steven Spielberg movie. Like, it felt like Spielberg directed this movie at times. And then there are other scenes where you did feel like the Richard Donner touch. And then there are scenes here and there where you did feel the Chris Columbus touch. And even though I did feel three different directors to this movie, it didn't feel distracting, because it's nice that their own talents can blend with the movie like the Goonies. And I think it personally works, because this movie is just so much fun to watch. It has such an incredible adventure to just keep you invested. The only problem I do have with the Goonies is this girl with the glasses. Honestly, she's the only character I personally didn't care too much for. I didn't hate her or anything. She's a fine character. She's watchable. The problem I had with her character is that there's a few times where she can get on my nerves just a little bit. The performance from the actress I did feel like was over the top. I get that's probably what the script wanted her to do, but I just felt like the performance was over the top. The character in general was fine, and I feel like if the movie actually did take out this character, it would still honestly just be the same movie. She was just, how you say, the most forgettable character out of the Goonies group. Overall though, guys, I love the Goonies. It's a fantastic, thrilling, exciting adventure that I think the family can enjoy. It's so much fun to watch. It's so well directed by Richard Donner. It's so well written by Spielberg and Columbus, and it just has a nice atmosphere to keep you invested in this adventure with the Goonies. So I'm going to give the Goonies 4 out of 4 stars. So you guys, in the comments down below, let me know, what did you think of the Goonies? And also, I would love to give a huge thank you to my guest star, JustinWatchesMovies, for coming to my channel to review the Goonies. He's a very awesome guy. He does movie reviews. If you guys haven't checked him out, I will leave a link in the description below. This is 22 Tiger Dude here, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!